Hey everybody, and welcome back to another one of Mudflap's movie reviews. My name is Mudflap. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie sequel to a movie that I found to be really fun and particularly intriguing. Today I'm going to be reviewing Enola Holmes 2. The game is afoot. So overall I thought this movie was really fun. It was a great sequel to the first Enola Holmes movie, which came out a couple years ago. We got Millie Bobby Brown back as Enola Holmes and Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes. And it's just great to see the brother and sister duo again. But once again, this is focused mainly on Enola Holmes, and she's trying to make a name for herself. And you know, during this time in history, a woman didn't have any rights, no women's rights yet, and so they were treated very poorly. They were looked upon very poorly. They had their certain role to play, and that was it. So of course, she's always been kind of facing an uphill battle, but she's very persistent. She's very resilient. And I think that's why I love this character so much. Is one, she's played by Millie Bobby Brown, and Millie Bobby Brown is just a perfect casting choice for Enola Holmes. Secondly, I love how she just breaks the fourth wall. She does it all the time. I just really love how it just really brings the audience into the excitement of the movie. When you break the fourth wall like that, it's like you can feel that personal connection to the character, and it's like you're on the adventure and you're on the chase with her, because she just is constantly bringing you back in. You know, basically just having a conversation with you, and the fourth wall breaking is always just a clever move to put into a movie. I like that they incorporated, you know, Sherlock Holmes once again. He's always been a very interesting character. I think Henry Cavill's casting in Sherlock was really great casting. I was a little surprised by the cast when I saw the first Enola Holmes movie, and I heard Henry Cavill was going to be playing Sherlock. I thought it was pretty interesting, and then I saw him play Sherlock, and he's really good as Sherlock, and I wouldn't mind actually seeing a spin-off of just Henry Cavill taking on, you know, the dangers as Sherlock Holmes. That'd be really cool to see. But we got to see their dynamics once again between Enola and Sherlock. You know, he's kind of the disapproving older brother. Enola's just trying to prove something to him, and of course, you know, when they do team up, it's awesome. And really, he really is a caring guy. He's a caring brother. It just comes across at times as he's kind of overprotective and just doesn't want Enola to end up like him. A lot of ways when we see Sherlock being portrayed, he's always kind of a lonely guy. And it's always made me really sad to see him like that. But he's got some very interesting viewpoints on life and very interesting perspectives that he always shares with Enola, just giving her wisdom and discernment, because he knows how crazy it is out there, and especially for a young woman like her, it's, you know, like 10 times harder. Compared to the first Enola Holmes movie, this movie was pretty much its equal, I'd say, in my opinion. I enjoyed it just as much as the first movie. We got introduced to a couple new characters, which was really fun to see. We got introduced to classic character. I'm not going to say who it is, you probably can guess who I'm talking about, but we got introduced to this character finally. And it was interesting how they chose to introduce this character, and I'm excited to see if they bring back this character for another Enola Holmes movie, maybe, because I think it was just too good to leave it as it was at the end of this movie. I'm not sure what the year was, but an interesting thing I'd like to point out about this movie is some of the stuff in the movie was inspired by true events that took place in London. The labor and all the hard things they had to put up with, and the labor laws at that time were not kind to women at all. But it was kind of a revolution in a way. It always makes a movie more exciting and intriguing when it ties into a real life event. Another thing I loved a lot about this movie was it was a little darker in its tone, mainly because we were going into introducing a awesome character, a very dark character, but also it was a little more grown up this time. Millie Bobby Brown is older this time, a couple years older, so she is now like a woman. So they, you know, were treating her like she was more of a woman now and not a girl. So it had, you know, you could just tell like the feel of it was more adult, it was a more mature Enola Holmes movie, and I just really just couldn't ignore that, and I just really liked the direction they took on that. Favorite moments for me, I really loved the prison break scene. I thought it was really fun, really exciting. Enola breaks free, and you know, her mother comes back onto the scene. Helena Bonham Carter is playing Sherlock and Enola's mom, which is just perfect casting. She's just an awesome, any character that she plays, she just does a great job. She's got a great portrayal on screen. She's got great charisma. It's just a fun escape, and there's a lot of action involved. and a lot of just mother-daughter excitement and adventure that I just really found to be particularly exciting, and just really, really enjoyed the fight scene that took place during that prison scene, because that goes into who my favorite character was. We did get introduced to a new character. His name was Inspector Grail. He was a bad dude. He's played by David Thewlis, who you might recognize as R.J. Lupin from the Harry Potter movies. He does a really great job as a bad guy in this movie. Very sinister, very, very sneaky. He's always got that look on his face that you know he's up to something, and it's always something bad. But he was a really awesome character. I loved seeing him throughout the movie. Just, he didn't care. He was on a mission and he didn't care who got in his way. He was not afraid to go toe to toe with Enola, and you know, being a woman and all. He didn't really have any sympathy towards her, and he was just a crazy guy, crazy bad guy. But I really loved it. I think he took away a lot of the spotlight in the movie for me. Just a really awesome additional character that I got to see on top of all the other great characters. For Enola Holmes 2, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 Mudflaps. And before you go, drop in the comments below, what is your favorite detective movie? And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and I'll see you next time.